Spurs superstar Victor Wembanyama is speaking out about the ICE operations happening in Minnesota. He made the comments after practice Tuesday. This comes after the NBA Players Union put out a statement supporting free speech and the protests in Minnesota. Wemby said public relations staff advised him not to say anything, but he chose otherwise.
Every day I wake up and see the news and I'm horrified. I think that it's crazy that some people might make it seem like, or make it sound like it's acceptable. The murder of civilians is acceptable, you know.
Wemby was also asked about the fear of speaking openly in the face of injustice. He said he's concerned as a foreigner living in this country.
Well, Spurs star Victor Wembanyama is the latest high-profile athlete to weigh in on what's going on in Minneapolis. I don't think he planned on it, but he didn't shy away when asked today. The NBA Players Union put out a statement supporting free speech and the protest there. Those were followed by Steve Kerr and several other athletes speaking out. Wemby was asked to give us his thoughts, and while advised by public relations staff not to, Wemby said he had to say something.
I know, every day I wake up and see the news and I'm horrified. I think that it's crazy that some people might make it seem like, or make it sound like it's acceptable. The murder of civilians is acceptable, you know. Every day, I read the news and sometimes I'm asking very deep questions about my own life. But you know, I'm conscious also that saying everything, you know, that's on my mind would have a cost that's too great for me right now. So it's, I'd rather not get into too many details. It's terrible. It's, and, I know I'm a foreigner. You know, I live in this country, and I am concerned for sure.
Well, it's a story you'll only see right here on 4. New video of an arrest on the west side stirring up a lot of emotion.
He has his permit. Leave him alone. He has his permit.
It shows the moments a man was detained by ICE after a traffic stop. His release coming hours after he was pepper sprayed and found to be in the country legally. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jonathan Martinez. Tonight we are hearing from the man and his wife for the first time since he was detained on Sunday. News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller joins us now with this story you'll only see on 4. Destiny.
Jonathan, Larissa Chan tells me while she was home with her children on Sunday, ICE agents were handcuffing her husband, Francisco, just hundreds of feet away. The couple believes he was racially profiled, and they say it's left them traumatized.
Well, you can take him. Why are you taking him?
This cell phone video from Larissa Chan showing the emotional moments her 25-year-old husband, Francisco, was taken away by ICE agents just hundreds of feet from their home.
But is he legally here? Yes.
Francisco telling us he was coming home from the Culebra meat market with his 3 cousins. On Sunday, he was stopped by ICE agents just before making it back. Francisco says everything happened fast once he pulled over, saying agents swarmed his vehicle and immediately started hitting his window with a baton.
They didn't identify themselves. They immediately wanted to open my door. They broke my window and I got scared.
I ran outside. I didn't get the chance to put my shoes on or anything like that. I just ran barefoot and I was trying to help him.
By the time Larissa made it, he was already in cuffs, face down on the pavement and freshly pepper sprayed.
It hurt me seeing him like that. I couldn't do anything about it. They wouldn't let me go through. The guy said that if I gave one more step, like he was gonna pepper spray me. So I just stayed back. And I started recording.
We ran him. He's here illegally present, is he not?
The couple telling me Francisco has been a United States resident for 3 years and even has a Texas driver's license. He says ICE agents wouldn't accept his license or work permit, and after hours in custody and swabbing for his DNA, he was let go.
And how did they determine that he was free to go?
He told me that they ran his fingerprints. They got his fingerprint, and that's when they realized that he was here legally.
We reached out to the San Antonio ICE office for comment on why Francisco was stopped in the first place, also asking what's acceptable proof of citizenship. We didn't hear back.
It's hard going through all this, and especially like for them not to give you the right to talk. Like, that's just heartless. We have rights. We're humans. Like, not even animals get treated like that.
Francisco says ICE could and should have handled this situation better.
Por lo principal que te piden tus documentos.
First and foremost, they should ask for documentation. They should speak to you respectfully and not just swarm your vehicle, hitting your car on different sides and trying to break your windows. They should act like officials.
Now, Francisco says he was never given a reason for being stopped and suffered a head injury and burns from the pepper spray. And to add insult to injury, he says one of those agents laughed at him as he jumped up and down because of the burning pain from being sprayed. The couple plans to seek legal action, and as for his cousins, they were deported to Mexico the following day. We'll continue reaching out to ICE for comment, and we'll let you know what they say. I'm Destiny Fuller, News 4, San Antonio.
Happening tomorrow, a group of Democratic lawmakers are getting ready to tour the South Texas Family Residential Center just southwest of San Antonio. Questions surround the conditions inside that facility and whether it's safe for children. Court filings allege moldy food, worms, and severe overcrowding. That's where 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father, who are both from Ecuador, are currently being held. Today, a federal judge ruling that they cannot be deported while a court case proceeds. They were both detained last week in Minnesota. Since then, their story has been in the national spotlight with the ongoing immigration debate. Also developing tonight out of Minnesota, a man was arrested after spraying Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar with an unknown substance at a Minneapolis town hall. It happened just moments after Omar called for Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to resign and for ICE to be abolished. Omar said she wasn't hurt and would be screened by a medical team. That suspect was taken into custody and booked for assault.
Later today, a group of Democratic lawmakers will tour the South Texas Family Residential Center, which is just southwest of here. There are questions about the conditions inside the facility and whether or not it's safe for children. Court filings allege moldy food, worms, and severe overcrowding. Now, that's where 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father, who are from Ecuador, are being held currently. Yesterday, a federal judge ruled they cannot be deported while their legal case proceeds. They were both detained last week in Minnesota. Their story now national news as some immigration rights activists have come from around the state to protest the center.
Have to close our detention centers, and we need to bring awareness that we have children like Liam Ramos that are being held there unlawfully.
Several protest groups are expected to be outside the center later today. There will also reportedly be a march with a few hundred people supporting the detainment of migrants as well. Also in Minneapolis, it is now being reported that 2 officers fired their weapons. Not 1, but 2 fired their weapons in that encounter with a protester who was shot and killed last week. The internal CBP report says that Alex Preddy resisted arrest before he was shot. The report, however, does not state that he attacked officers or threatened them with a weapon. The White House initially said that Preddy was attacking officers. Homeland Security is still investigating that shooting. This morning, Democrats in Congress say they will impeach Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem if President Trump does not fire her. She is facing a mountain of criticism right now after federal agents shot and killed 2 U.S. citizens in Minneapolis. Noem has characterized both victims, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, as domestic terrorists in the aftermath of their deaths. House Democrats say that she needs to be fired for unleashing violence on the American public. The president, though, dismissing the idea of Ms. Noem stepping down.
Is Kristi Noem going to step down?
No. I think she's doing a very good job. The border is totally secure.
Republican Senator Tom Tillis and Lisa Murkowski are siding with Democrats. They're the first Republicans to say that Secretary Noem needs to be fired. Senator Tillis called the secretary's actions, quote, amateurish, and says it makes the president look bad.
Governor Greg Abbott is directing state agencies and universities to freeze new petitions for H-1B visas. He also wants them to review the usage of those visas. As of 2026, new petitions face a $100,000 fee for many employers and a new weighted selection process favoring higher paid skilled roles. An H-1B visa allows U.S. employers to temporarily hire foreign professionals in fields that require specialized knowledge. In a letter to agency heads, the governor says the program was created to supplement the country's workforce, not replace it.
Making headlines this morning, the former president of FIFA, that is a governing body of soccer, is urging fans to boycott World Cup matches here in the United States. Now, his name is Sepp Blatter. He is supporting a ban that was first proposed by the German Soccer Federation. Blatter was the president of FIFA from 1998 to 2015. He resigned because of allegations of corruption.
The U.S. population grew at one of the slowest rates in history last year. That's according to new numbers released by the Census Bureau Tuesday. It shows the U.S. saw an increase of 1.8 million people, or 0.5%. The census attributes the trend to decline in immigration, which dropped from 2.7 million in 2024 to 1.3 million last year. The census does not distinguish between legal and illegal immigration.